There are many aspects to a great video game experience. It is a mix of graphics, storytelling, and my personal favorite, music. The soundtrack of a game can make or break your gaming experience. No one wants to sit through an awkward moment of tense gameplay with cheerful music in the background, or run through an open world with music that just doesn't fit the feel of the moment. Music is a fundamental part of any video game. It can enhance your experience, make you anxious when it cuts out, and make you cry in an especially dramatic moment. Music can guide a boss battle, change how you feel about a character, foreshadow things to come, and add just that little bit of tone that an area needs to be truly great. No good game is complete without its soundtrack. No good battle is complete without its boss music. Dramatic music to enhance and improve the experience of defeating your foes. Take, for example, Japan Studio and Team Ico's Shadow of the Colossus, a game about defeating 16 colossi found around the world in order to revive the one you love. The entire game is filled with amazing music, but none such as its boss music. Dramatic and powerful, the music fits perfectly into the battles, roaring to life the second the colossi first sees you and begins its attack. The music fits perfectly with the larger-than-life battles and near seamless gameplay as you scale and defeat massive foes. These battles would be boring and frustrating without the game's amazing soundtrack drawing you in. A mix of different tracks combined for each colossus depending on their different phases and how you have progressed keeps you engaged and on your toes as the battle reaches a crescendo, before the music cuts out and gameplay slows down as you land your final hit, followed by a haunting tune as the colossus finally collapses. The music is beautifully written to fit the highs and lows of combat and leaves the player aching for more. Character themes affect the way you view a character, as this music is made to represent the character and their experiences and character arcs. One game that does this exceptionally well is Quantic Dream's Detroit Become Human, a choose-your-own-adventure game that follows the experiences and stories of 3 androids and how their choices changed the world during the whole of the android revolution. As the 3 main characters are very different people with very different character arcs and stories, Quantic Dream hired 3 different composers to write their character themes and music. Kara's theme and story music, written by Philip Shepard, is an emotional and melancholy mix of piano and strings, made to highlight her journey of learning to love and finding her own identity, focusing on moving the player and creating an emotional response. Connor's theme and story music, written by Nima Fakara, is very serious and dramatic, being made digitally and sounding very electronic and synthetic to highlight the fact that Connor is a machine, who continues to act as one for much of the game. It is not made to be very emotional, but instead to focus on the cold and mechanical. Alternatively, Marcus's theme and story music, written by John Paisano, is moving and awe-inspiring. Having been composed by an orchestra, it is made to be very natural and flow well, highlighting humanity, revolution, and the grandeur of what he is trying to do. Overall, these tracks accomplish what they were meant to do, and this affects the way the player responds and feels about the characters, and without their own unique tracks, so much of the characters may have been lost, or poorly translated, and as such, their character themes add a whole new level of depth to the game. Environmental music really brings the game together. Whether quietly accompanying you in the background or filling your world with music, these songs work to tie together areas and make sure there is never a dull moment whilst playing. From the harrowing piano of Rubedo, the echoing notes of Sobolo, and the ever-peaceful and nostalgic Sweden in Mojang's Minecraft, to the haunting choir of Crash Site, the eerie ambiance of The Lost River, and the determined reverb of Into the Unknown in Unknown Worlds Entertainment's Subnautica, environmental music can foreshadow when something bad may happen with sudden fade-outs and cuts, as well as create an exploring experience like no other. From the colorful gardens of the Minecraft flower forest to the terrifying underwater boneyard of Subnautica's Lost River, the true effect of these areas would be lost if not for the music designed to accompany the player through these sprawling worlds. The carefully crafted music of these environments complete the true exploring experience, and ensure that there is never a dull moment on your adventure through the sprawling expanses of the different game environments, and no game would be complete without it. Some of the best games have a mix of amazing boss music and environmental music, others a mix of character themes and any of the others. The best games even know when to cut the music, and just let the sound effects set the mood. No game is truly complete without music. It fills empty space, adds depth to characters, sets the mood for boss battles, and foreshadows events to come. Music completely changes how a game is played and experienced, transforming the game into something amazing.